We continue our series on defining moments in 2023. As a phrase, all eyes on the judiciary came alive in 2023, being an election year in Nigeria, eliciting unprecedented attention on how the election petitions panned out, as well as the powers of the judiciary in determining the outcome of elections. Kemi Foladeyemo has more. And after this report, we'll bring you updates in business and sports. Stay with us.
Following Nigeria's general election, which held between February and March 2023, more than 500 petitions flooded the courts nationwide, instituted by aggrieved political parties and candidates seeking the court's intervention in overturning the victories of those the Independent National Electoral Commission declared as winners. The National Judicial Council also released names of 257 justices tasked with hearing the petitions within the 180 days provided under the electoral law. A key role the judiciary played in 2023 was hearing a plethora of pre- and post-election matters, especially determining the true winners of the general election. It was an election year that threw up so many intrigues and controversies which threatened nationhood, including the bench.
We are entitled to disagree with them, but we are not entitled to destroy them. Any attempt for us to go beyond that limit, because there is a limit to everything, any attempt for us to go beyond that limit will bring crisis. And I'm not sure any one of us will want a crisis situation in our land.
The problem, like I see, is the people's little understanding of how election matters work, or how election petitions are conducted. It is sui generis. It is different from your normal court case. It is technical. It's not something that was established last year or for in 2023 because of one person. Once you file your petition, unless you're able to do all you need to do within 21 days.
Notable cases in 2023 include the appellate court sacking of the NNPP's Abba Yusuf and the PDP's Caleb Mutfwang as governors of Kano and Plateau states, while the PDP's Natasha Apoti Uduagan was found to be the rightful winner of the Kogi Central Senatorial election, defeating the presumed winner Abubakar Ohere of the APC. Judgments like this continue to interrogate the extent of the powers of the courts as the final determinant of election winners rather than the electorate. Unlike the state and National Assembly election appeals, in which final judgments have been given by the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court has until January the 14th, 2024 to deliver final decisions on governorship election disputes within the statutory 60 days.
If you are able to show that you would have scored more votes than it was recorded for you, and you give reasons, the Supreme Court or whichever court for that matter, at least the tribunal will first of all look at it until the appellate courts come into it. So the court will be entitled to really look at it and then look whether or not the figures as computed by you in your pleading tallies with the evidence before the court. And if it does, then they will be entitled to make inquiries why the returns that was declared by INEC. And if they come to the finding that there ought to be more, they will make the deductions or the addition. The law does not encourage wrongdoing.
There is nothing saying that it is sacrosanct that all swearing in must be done May 29. That was just the convenient date for General Absalam Abubakar, because he had given that promise that he was going to exit office as at that particular day. INEC is supposed to be independent, and it is their sole responsibility to conduct the elections. The elections were conducted using taxpayers' money. It will be an insult on our sensibility to come and tell us when we know that what you did was wrong, and you now come and hide under a statute to say there's a presumption of regularity in my favor. I think that's the area we need to look at.
But as the judiciary continues to come under intense scrutiny, a retired justice of the Supreme Court, Musa Datijo, in his valedictory speech on October 28, observed that public perceptions of judges have over the years become witheringly scornful and monstrously critical in the light of what he calls their unpredictable decisions amid corruption allegations. He calls for a rethink and a hard reset so as to regain the confidence of the people they have sworn to protect. Kemi Foladeyemo, TVC News, Lagos.